So in the last section, we're stretching our resilience beyond we may be stretching our resilience what's beyond what a personal self can do in a 2-hour webinar, but how do we stretch our resilience beyond the personal self to the resilience of the very fabric of society itself? What does resilience look like then? Stretching our resilience beyond the personal self, developing a resilience mindset, healing the shame, blame that derails our resilience and causes incalculable harm to our society. These new ways of framing inequity and injustice can lead well beyond racial issues, class issues, issues of gender identity, to the marginalization of homeless people or people with mental illness, people with disability. The waking up can alert us to the intersectionality of all these issues in climate change. So appreciate the person bringing that up. In our role as clinicians, we don't bring our own political or social change preferences into therapy. We don't tell clients what to think. We help them learn how to think. We don't tell clients what to feel. We help them manage their feelings. We don't tell clients what to do. We help them strengthen their capacities to plan and make decisions. We don't impose our own moral compass on our clients. We encourage them to develop their own, to align their aspirations and their actions with a values base that will guide them and strengthen their resilience. And we don't tell them what decisions to make, but we help them take more and more responsibility to make those decisions. So I will often share 2 quotes when I'm teaching about resilience to clients and to clinicians. One is a pairing of quotes from my friend Janet Friedman: catch the moment, make a choice. And from the environmental activist Julia Butterfly Hill, every moment has a choice, every choice has an impact. That's the trajectory of resilience for ourselves and for our larger society. Catch the moment, make a choice. Every moment has a choice, and every choice has an impact. And then from Clarissa Pinkola Estes, ours is not the task of fixing the entire world all at once, but of stretching to mend the part that is within our reach. So helping clients stretch to mend the part within their reach may be their family and their extended family. How do you have the talk about race with your beloved Uncle Bob, right? Their workplace, their children's schools, their local governments. And now with elections coming up, our state and national governments. And that will involve communication and connection in community for the common good. So Tara Brach says in her anti-racism Dharma talks, just start talking to people. Just start talking and learning. You'll make mistakes, you'll mess up. Just start talking and healing. Opening conversations with people is doable. And when there's compassionate care, that can be naturally evoked. The rehumanizing is learnable. And I've learned a lot from John Powell, who's a law professor and African American Studies professor and director of the Othering and Belonging Institute at UC Berkeley, and his emphasis on communication and connection and community. He says, yes, we must hold each other accountable, but we must hold each other. And he says we have to call people out on their stuff, but we also have to call them in. He says resilience is a team sport. And certainly to turn around the long history and the devastating impact of racial injustice and social inequity in this country, we will certainly have to develop ways to work with each other, many, many others to do it. So I'll close with this quote from Howard Zinn in The People's History of the United States, which is his chronicling of economic inequity in the US. To be hopeful in bad times is not just foolishly romantic. It is based on the fact that human history is a history not only of cruelty, but of compassion, sacrifice, courage, and kindness. What we choose to emphasize in this complex history will determine our lives. If we see only the worst, it destroys our capacity to do something. If we remember those times and places, and there are so many, where people have behaved magnificently, this gives us the energy to act, and at least the possibility of sending this spinning top of a world in a different direction. And if we do act, in however small a way, We don't have to wait for some grand utopian future. The future is an infinite succession of presents, and to live now as we think human beings should live, in defiance of all that is bad around us, is itself a marvelous victory. So one last period of question and discussion, but I also wanted to let people know that I offer consultation to clinicians who are wanting to strengthen resilience in their clients on these issues or any presenting issues. So you can contact me through my website. And that Adam will be emailing you about setting up affinity groups within Marin Kampft, where clinicians can discuss and explore with each other how to approach diversity and equity and inclusivity with their clients, and within this organization, within our profession, and within the larger world. So a marathon, but and I must say I've appreciated the questions, which are spot on, very timely and relevant, and make me think, really make me think. So thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.